3. Hey guys, today I got a really big update for you. That's why we're gonna start immediately. So first of all, as you all know, we are quite behind our schedule for delivering the bikes. There are a lot of reasons, most of them are known to you, but I just wanted to let you know right now is that we will fully concentrate on building and delivering bikes until the end of the winter. So anything that we're going to do in the next few months is just building and shipping bikes. So anything that I'm going to show you today, the new products, new changes that we did, that we're going to have in the future, nothing of that will for nothing of that we will use our time currently, because we will just focus on delivering the bikes to you, because this is something that we promised you that we are already quite late. That's why we have to finish it. We have to send you your bikes, and that's why, as a first thing that you should know, the bikes will be delivered. It just takes a lot of time, because right now we still don't have like a full warehouse. We ordered a lot of parts in June, July, after the first money we received from the crowdfunding campaign, where we, by the way, only received half of the money, so it's just like half the money on our bank account. None of the parts arrived in our warehouse, so nothing of that really helped us yet. So the problem would be, if we build now too fast, there will be no parts anymore here, and then it's quite difficult to say what we should do. But if we keep the speed that we have right now, which is quite good for us, it's not too fast, not too slow, the parts should be like really perfect for us for the next few months, and there will be no breaks, and we can just continue building and building. But it will just take a little bit longer. So you just have to be a little bit more patient, and also especially regarding Switzerland and USA. You know, this is export, so this takes a little bit longer to ship it to you. And for the Switzerland bikes, after the German certification of the Bonfire X is finished, I will also let you know when that will happen. We're gonna have to do the certification in Switzerland. This will also take a month, and then when this is finished, we are only allowed to ship to the Switzerland. And for USA, we still have a lot of Indiegogo orders from Germany and from Europe. It's not that we just like put the US bikes completely at the end, but we just focus right now on German bikes, and then in October when I'm back, I'm now a few weeks on fair shows and stuff like this, we're gonna build German bikes, US bikes and Europe bikes. So we're gonna build all the bikes together then, and also in November we will also build German and European bikes. It's not that we just push the US bikes in the end, it's just right now we know we don't have any space here anymore. And if people are from Munich and they just pick up the bike, it's quite nice for us, because we don't have to use up so much space, and we still have some space to do some stuff, and otherwise it's just like really messy here. And this is right now our only possible way to build the bike. So sorry guys, but this is the only way we can do it right now. Regarding the Bonfire E for our German customers and Switzerland and European customers, here we have the next date for the test, for the motor test. It will be on the 11th of October. After that, it's just one last test, and then we're gonna send documents to the authorities, and in November it should be done. So here we have some progress, but we have to wait until the end of October until everything is really finished. But as always, you will get, as soon as we have some news, you will get them from me. To all Seedmatch investors, I guess most of you are from Germany, so you understand German as a main language, so English is not that important for you. As an information, right now we are allowed to ship you all your cappies and all your discounts. Until that we were not allowed, because it was not sure which investors were certified and which not, because there were a few investors not certified yet. Now we have to go, but we will now be on tour. So after the tour, we're gonna do all the discounts, we send them to you. You can use them for your old Bonfire in retrospective, or you can use it for a new order, of course. And you will also get your cappies, but I guess you will have to wait like about a month, and then November you're gonna have all the stuff that you should have from the Seedmatch campaign. So now we're gonna come to the new parts and the changes that we did in the last few weeks. So first of all, a lot of you wanted a black mat off-road protection, which we now have on our website and on the links down below. So everything I'm gonna show you now or talk about now, you got always links in the description. It's now available in black matte. You can still like change your silver off-road protection if you want to. You can do it on the website through going to the shop, going on edit my order, and then you can change the color of your seat, you can change the tires, and now also the off-road protection. It's black matte, it's the same material as before. It's stainless steel, but since it's painted, it's I don't know, like $5 or $10 more expensive than a normal off-road protection. We have it now in stock, so it's also available to ship. Then we also have a sticker set. So we have four stickers in total. They are made by Christian, one of our first customers from Berlin. He also did a lot of other designs for us. We have a BT sticker, a black tea design sticker. We have Hell sticker, like a funny sticker, and the last sticker is Ride Tastefully. In the set you get every sticker twice, so you have 8 stickers in total. They don't have any background, so if you put them on your tank or on your battery box, there will be no background, which is quite nice. We have already some pictures online what you can do with them, for example. Next thing, as you already know, we had the side bags here already, but we had no time to take pictures and to test them if they fit on the Bonfire X. Now on the website we have the pictures, we have the description, we have a video how they work, what you can do with them. They're pretty nice, they're really comfortable and convenient. They're quite expensive because they're made in Germany and they're not made by us. We also didn't develop them, it was a company who did it for us, and they also set the prices. In the end you have to get the rear rack, you have to get for the rear rack the left or right attachment, and then you can get the side bag and attach it on your rear rack. The side bags are pretty big, so you could fit a battery inside there, it's not a problem, but be aware that we only certify our rear rack up to 10 kilograms. So we just don't want to be liable for anything that happens with the rear rack. I think you can even put like 30 kilograms on it, but in any case with 10 kilograms we are sure that everything will work out, anything you do, but everything over that, yeah, that's always like in your responsibility in that case. The link down below. Currently it seems like we will get them in January 2023. We now have to pre-order them from the company, and then they will ship them to us, and we will then ship them to you in January 2023. But you can already pre-order them now. Then a small change, because it happened a lot in the last time that we built a Bonfire. It was down here. You know, we spent a lot of time building it, and then customers wanted a change in their bike. And as you know, changing something in your bike or getting add-ons is for free for you, because we always thought that when you change something, the bike will not be built, and we can still like put it in the production process, which costs nothing basically, because it is not difficult for us. But when the bike is built, the problem is it stands here, and then we have to demount a lot of parts. Stuff like different tanker, different seat, and different grips, different LED indicators, rear rack, all stuff that we have to demount the old stuff and mount the new stuff and put the old stuff back downstairs in the warehouse. This just takes some time for us, and if it's just only an hour, but it's still an hour, that's why we changed it now to I think 19 euro or something. So if you still want to change something on your bike, you would have to pay like a price for mounting those parts. It's not free anymore, because we had to spend some time here changing the bikes. Now we're gonna do some test rides again, mostly interesting for like German customers or customers from the Netherlands, but we will be on the Intermod, as you already know, on the World of E-Mobility in Amsterdam, and between that we will be in Berlin and Hamburg. The test rides, you can always book them through our website, through our Calendly slot. If you want to come over, just book your slot. We will be happy to see you and present you the Bonfire X. Then also what we're going to do, but this is still focused on German customers, is service. Because in Germany, for the new Bonfire X, you would have to do every 2 years like an inspection. And we want to make sure that if you're going to go to the inspection, that everything is all right and you to just pass it. Because it can get quite expensive if something's not correct and you would have to change it on the service. So it's always good to do like pre-maintenance and solve some stuff before anything happens. In that case, we will offer you service here in Munich, Black Tea Motorbikes, or also in Germany in some of our new upcoming service stations. And we will also try next year to use a mobile service by driving around with a van and doing service at your home. But as I said, this is mostly like for German customers, because right now, like in USA or Switzerland, for example, we do not have any presence there. But maybe in the future, if it's available, we will also let you know, and we will also offer something like that in other countries. And in 2023, we will also develop or finish a lot of new products that we promised you for a while now. But now we had some time to really dig into the stuff and really check, is it possible? Some things we already tried out somehow to be like sure it works and to get like a rough estimate for the prices. But like in winter, in January, February, when it's nearly over, we will start developing them. It will not take a lot of time. We prepare some things now, some small things. But I guess in March or April they will be all finished, and then you can order them for the next season if you like. All the parts that we're gonna develop, these parts and newer parts, you can always retrofit them on your Bonfire that you have, no matter when you got the Bonfire. So first of all, what we believe every electric motorcycle or electric vehicle needs is an USB charging port. We don't have one. A lot of reasons why. We planned for one, but there were 2 or 3 problems why it didn't work out. Now we will change it, because now we will also switch to like alarms instead of an ignition. So we have a little bit more space on a display holder, and there we're gonna put in an USB charging port. Newer Bonfires ordered from November, possibly they will have it already included. And everyone else who has already a Bonfire, already ordered a Bonfire, you can soon pre-order them, and then in 2023 March or April we're going to send them to you, and this will be pretty easy to retrofit on your bike. It's just, I guess, 4 screws you will have to demount for the display, and then also 1 connection at the wiring harness that you have to use, and then you're ready to go with a USB charger. Prices and stuff like this, and also for all the other stuff, will come in the next few months, or yeah, prices for this product and also the other products that we're going to have will follow in the next few months until Christmas. Then a lot of people asked us how to charge the batteries without disconnecting them, because some people have a garage, you arrive at home and just want to plug in and charge it. Of course, this is really convenient, and this is not possible right now. The reason that we did not include it in the bikes is that we cannot make sure that when you charge that the bike will not start, because it can still happen that you charge it on a charging port, batteries are on, you put in the ignition and you start the bike, you can drive around, and then the charger will be destroyed or something else happens. That's why we could not use this solution here in Europe. And now we're going to offer you like an upgrade. It's basically illegal, but normally in Germany no one would like recognize it or would say anything, because normally electric vehicles or electric motorcycles, they all have a charging port somewhere, and don't think that the police or some kind of authorities will stop someone and recognize that there shouldn't be a charging port. But as long as we offer it you like as an add-on later on, you know, an upgrade, like the grill at the front light, even though it's illegal, it's some kind of a gray zone where it's okay to use because it's convenient, and as long as you don't drive while you charge, nothing should happen. This charging port will be placed here on the right side, down here. It's an XLR connector, will be waterproof. You will then be able to charge the batteries of the Bonfire S, E and X. For the X, because when the batteries are inside the vehicle, the voltage doubles because they're in series. You also would have to get a different charger. It's a 107 volt charger instead of a 58 volt charger. And this will come with an XLR input already. So you won't be able to charge your battery separately, because this is very important, because the batteries should not be separately charged with the charger, but only when the batteries are both together in the bike installed. For the Bonfire X, small information, we recommend still to charge the batteries separately with the 2 chargers that we send them to you, because only then it's possible to really balance the cells, and then both batteries will always have the same state of charge, which is really important. If they're in the bike installed and you always charge them while they're installed, it might happen that one battery is fully charged while the other one is not fully charged, and this difference between them will be bigger and bigger with each recharge, and then the bike turns off earlier than it should. And in that case you should like at least once a month or maybe twice a month charge them separately, so you make sure that both batteries are like 100% fully balanced and charged, and then in that case you can again charge them together in the bike. Just like a small information for you, for the Bonfire SE and S and E, you would have to get like an adapter from your current QS8S connector to an XLR connector, but this one we will also offer you. And this solution will always be an upgrade, so even if you order a new bike, you always would have to choose it as an upgrade. And everyone else, we will provide a video for you how to mount it on your motorcycle, and it's also coming about March, April 2023. Then also connected with that is that we're going to offer for the Bonfire S and E connector where you can connect both batteries. You don't have to disconnect one and connect the other one when the first battery is empty. Also something that a lot of people asked for. Right now we will just have to decide which solution we're going to choose. We have like two options. Have a connector which only connects one battery at a time and swaps the battery like every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes. So only one battery is connected and it just switches. Or the more elegant solution is when both batteries are connected, but first one battery is like emptied, which is more fully charged, and then when they have the same state of charge, both batteries are connected and then they're discharged together. In that case, the batteries will not run on full power, but the power will be halved, and this is better for the battery life in total. And then also the same way to recharge the battery, so they are charged as soon as they're like the same state of charge, they're charged together, and that until that they're like charged separately. So you can discharge them on the bike, don't have to disconnect them, and you can charge them again with your charger. So in the end, if you get like the parallel connector for the Bonfire S or E, then you can connect both batteries. You don't have to disconnect them while you drive when one battery is empty. And when you also get the new charging port for the bike, you can use both. So you can like charge both batteries together while they are installed, just with the charging port that we're going to offer. And I think both of the points are really convenient later on if you have two batteries and you just want to charge them real quick. Yeah, but coming 2023. Last thing here is the tank with storage. There are also a lot of people waiting for it. Here we had the problem. The problem was that it's quite expensive to offer such a tank. I guess no one of you would like to buy this tank for 500 euro. And now we have to figure out how we can build one way cheaper so it's affordable. And we will probably build our own tank, also made out of sheet metal. It will be more in the design of the battery box, but there we're gonna need a few prototypes until we have a nice one and a nice price for you. And we're gonna start doing this in January, but now it's really like something that we have time to do, because until now, as you can see, we are quite busy just building and shipping the bikes, and there's really no time for developing new stuff. But after we've shipped all the bikes that were ordered now, I think we're gonna have some, or I'm gonna have some space to develop new stuff for you. So this was all the new stuff that we're gonna launch next year, in a few months, basically like let's say 4 or 5 months. Last thing that is like the biggest thing that we're gonna launch in the future is in 2024 is first of all batteries with more capacity for all the models that are already out there, so the SE and X. They are the same dimension as the batteries right now, but they're gonna have up to 2.4 kilowatt hours. So it's 0.6 kilowatt hours more, and the percentage is 30% more capacity. So it is also 30% basically more range for you. We're going to do that by switching the 18650 cells that are installed there, which are quite, I would say old, to the more standard cells, 21700s. That's why we can increase the capacity. We checked now how much is possible, which configuration is possible, and 2.4 is like the maximum we can get. 2.2 is definitely possible, 100%, but we're going to aim for 2.4 just to get really 100% out of it. If it will not be possible, we will go with 2.2, which is also like 0.4 kilowatt hours more and like 20% more, which is also really nice. But we're going to build those batteries next year. We're going to test it next year as well, and then we're going to have to certify it, and then in 2024 it will be available. So everyone with a bike right now can easily switch to that battery. It will be the same connector, so it will be really easier to use the battery. And then the last thing, like the biggest thing, the biggest announcement that we have right now, I guess it was pretty obvious that we're gonna do a last model, the fourth model, the Y model. This is now really our last model that we're gonna have for the Bonfire. From the beginning, our strategy was to have like a nice product portfolio, starting from a really affordable, low-cost solution, which is not so fast for everyone without a license, to really the high-end solution. And for us, like the high-end is always in Europe, like in the very light motorcycle class, which is the L3E A1 class, and it's in power about 11 kilowatts maximum continuously possible. And for us, this is the perfect motorcycle segment, because the bikes are still very light there, and everything which is heavier and has more power than that gets quite expensive and it gets quite heavy. It's not that you convenient as the small light motorcycles that we want to aim for. So our decision was with our last model to get like the maximum power which is legally possible in that motorcycle segment, which is 11 kilowatts continuously power. On the peak there is no limit, so we could have to check how much peak is possible. I guess like 16 kilowatt is possible as a peak performance. We're pretty sure that with 11 kilowatt it's possible to drive 120 kilometers per hour with that weight of the bike, which will be about 120 kilogram. Just as an information, in Europe you could go as slow as 110 kilograms with that performance, because then you have 11 kilowatt per 110 kilogram, and this is the maximum power to weight ratio which is allowed in that class. So this is really the maximum you can get in this class, and this is really not like a commuter bike or like an affordable way for urban mobility. This is more like a fun vehicle for everyone who's like a motorcycle driver and wants some fun, or also has the money to pay for it. It will be about 7,500 euro right now until the end of the year, and then we're gonna next year start with the normal price, which will be between 8,000 and 9,000 euro. And right now it's possible to pre-order it for 250 euro, and this bike will be shipped in 2024, because we learned from our mistakes and we now know that we need a lot more time to bring a new motorcycle on the market. So we give ourselves nearly 2 years, even though the development of the bike is pretty easy for us, because some parts are just switched. We keep basically the bike that we have. We're gonna go from the 205 hub motor from QS to the 273 hub motor from QS. The rim will be the same, it will be the same tires. The connectors of the hub motor are the same. The controller will be the next model controller of Kelly that we use here. It will be the same size, it will be a bit thicker, I guess, and has a lot more power. It will be the same software, so the connection of the controller and the hub motor is pretty easy. We know the software already. The batteries will be new batteries. They could fit into the bikes that we have right now, the Bonfire S E and X, but they will be 1 centimeter thicker to get 2.64 kilowatt hour, and it's the same as in the Bonfire X. They are both in series, so you get in total over 5 kilowatt hours in this bike, and the battery box has to be at least 1 centimeter wider. So those batteries would not fit into the current models, but we might offer some kind of extension on the door, like 1 centimeter, so you can still basically use them on the bikes that we have right now. But for that we really developed the other battery that we have, because this has really the same dimensions. We're gonna have the first bike finished by spring 2023. We will probably also do test rides with it in Germany. We'll do our own tests with it, of course, get some feedback from customers. We will test the performance of it, change some little things. And then in summer we're gonna make sure that TÜV will also like do the reservations for all the laboratories, so that we have until Christmas every test really reserved, that we can be sure that until Christmas every test can be performed. And then we're gonna give us 3 months or 4 months, just like in addition, that if anything happens we still have 3 or 4 months buffer between it. So I'm pretty sure that we can like deliver the bike in 2024, if not spring then summer, because then we have really 2 years for that bike, and it's basically like going from the Bonfire S to the X, now from the X to the Y. So 2024 is the year that you can get this bike. You can pre-order it now. But until winter we will do nothing on it. We planned everything, we calculate everything, what should be possible, what will the final price, like in which direction it will go, the parameters. We have rough estimates right now, and then next year we can really test it and can really say with 100% insurance that this is possible. We will do it in 2024. Thank you for watching, for the video, for the long video. If you have any questions, always you can write us, and enjoy the October. This is for October the only update I will post, because we'll be now on the road with fairs and events, but then in November you will hear again from me.